Welcome to Infinite Height, where the sky is not the limit. The race for Japan's energy future just shifted into high gear. This is about economic leverage and global influence. Canada had the pedal to the metal revving up its LNG industry, with massive projects like LNG Canada, poised to establish itself as a key long-term supplier for Asia, with vast natural gas reserves, an advantageous geographic position, and solid trade relations. Canada seemed set to dominate. But just as Japan was pulling into the pit lane for a deal, the US slammed on the gas, offering a compelling alternative, a steady LNG supply from Alaska and the Gulf Coast, backed by enticing political and trade incentives. This is more than just a battle for energy contracts. It's a high-stakes diplomatic maneuver. The US is playing the long game, using its extensive energy, infrastructure, and political clout to secure Japan's loyalty. They're offering large-scale supply, flexible contracts, and geopolitical advantages that Canada may struggle to match. So where does that leave Canada? With the US weaving its energy dominance into a broader Indo-Pacific strategy? The question is clear. Can Canada counter with something strong enough to keep Japan's business locked in? Japan isn't just another LNG customer. It's the world's second-largest LNG importer. And energy security is at the heart of its national strategy. After the Fukushima disaster in 2011, Japan leaned heavily into LNG, cutting back on nuclear energy. But rather than betting everything on a single supplier, Japan has mastered the art of diversification, securing multiple energy sources to avoid dependency risks. This means Japan is choosy. It's not just looking for a supplier, but a long-term energy partner that aligns with its stability, economic, and environmental goals. Japan is also aggressively investing in renewables and testing the waters with hydrogen technology, but those aren't viable replacements just yet. With European nations scrambling to replace Russian gas, the LNG market is heating up, making competition for Japan's business fiercer than ever. Now both Canada and the US are trying to prove that their LNG supply isn't just reliable, but also a strategic advantage for Japan's long-term plans. So will Japan lean toward Canada's cleaner LNG? Or will the US win with sheer supply, volume, and flexibility? If you know Canadian politics, you know Alberta and Quebec don't always see eye to eye, especially when it comes to energy. Alberta, the heart of Canada's oil and gas industry, is eager to expand its exports, while Quebec has historically been reluctant to greenlight major fossil fuel projects due to its environmental commitments. But in the face of US competition, these two provinces have found common ground. Alberta holds the resources, while Quebec has the infrastructure potential to help Canada establish a bigger LNG export footprint. Still, there's a catch. Quebec remains hesitant to embrace large-scale LNG projects, meaning internal political battles could slow down Canada's progress. If Canada can't present a unified strategy to Japan, it risks looking unreliable, which could tip the scales in favor of the US. If Alberta and Quebec can't get in sync, it could delay critical infrastructure, casting doubt on Canada's ability to deliver on its promises. And in the world of global energy, delays are deal breakers. Before we delve deeper, do us a favor and smash that like and subscribe button. This helps us reach more auto enthusiasts just like you. Now, let's shift gears and steer towards our next point. One of Canada's biggest selling points is its cleaner, more sustainable LNG production, something that aligns with Japan's aggressive net zero emissions goals compared to the US. Canada's LNG has lower methane emissions, stringent environmental regulations, and advancements in carbon capture technology for Japanese corporations under increasing pressure to meet environmental targets. This could be a major plus. Canada is pitching itself as the greener choice in LNG, leveraging sustainability as a differentiating factor against the US. But there's a potential roadblock cost. Developing and maintaining an environmentally friendly LNG infrastructure isn't cheap. Will Japan be willing to pay a premium for cleaner energy? Or will it prioritize immediate cost savings and supply flexibility instead? With global energy markets in flux, the real question is, will sustainability win over affordability? This energy battle extends beyond LNG. It's a strategic power play. The US isn't just selling gas. It's integrating LNG deals into broader trade, military and diplomatic strategies to strengthen ties with Japan while countering China's expanding influence in Asia. Washington is using its energy supply as a diplomatic tool, embedding LNG contracts into larger security and trade agreements. Canada, despite offering a stable and environmentally responsible energy source, lacks this broader geopolitical weight. While its LNG pitch is strong, it doesn't come with the same economic or military influence that Japan values in an energy partner with rising Indo-Pacific tensions. Japan's decision won't just be about cost and supply, it will be about strategic alliances. Can Canada offer more than just cleaner energy and make a compelling case for its role in Japan's long-term energy security? Japan's energy policy is a balancing act: national security, economic stability, and the urgency of securing long-term partnerships. As an island nation, Japan is highly vulnerable to global energy disruptions. The war in Ukraine, unpredictable supply chains, and growing geopolitical tensions have only reinforced the importance of stable and diversified energy sources. The US capitalizes on this need by offering not just LNG, but a complete package energy security backed by military and economic assurances. American LNG exporters provide flexible contracts, extensive supply chains, and diplomatic leverage, making them an attractive choice. However, Japan is wary of over-reliance on any one supplier, which is why Canada remains a contender. Canada's cleaner, lower-emission LNG aligns with Japan's climate goals, and its political stability makes it a reliable long-term option. However, infrastructure delays and bureaucratic hurdles could slow down Canada's ability to compete. If Ottawa doesn't speed up negotiations and regulatory approvals, it risks falling behind while the US finalizes long-term contracts. For Japan, securing LNG contracts isn't just about choosing the best supplier. It's about acting fast. With Europe competing for energy independence and China aggressively expanding its LNG imports, Japan can't afford delays. The US holds a first-mover advantage with an already established supply network, meaning it can deliver LNG immediately. Canada, on the other hand, is still developing key export infrastructure, making it a future option rather than an immediate solution. And in the energy market, speed matters. Japan's energy companies are under pressure to lock in long-term agreements before prices rise and supply tightens. The US is already securing deals across Asia, tightening its grip on the market. While Canada's LNG is cleaner and more sustainable, its slower timeline could cost it the deal unless Canada accelerates negotiations and infrastructure development. It risks being left behind as Japan moves forward with readily available US agreements. Canada's LNG has the advantage of cleaner production and political stability. But the US has speed, flexibility, and strategic leverage. Japan's final decision won't just define its energy future. It will reshape trade and global alliances for decades. So what do you think? Will Canada's sustainability edge be enough to win? Or will the US, as political clout, seal the deal? Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We love to hear from you. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe to Infinite Heights for more deep dives into the latest energy and automotive updates. Stay tuned for the next breakdown. This battle is far from over.